Well, welcome back to the Megan Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I want to talk about how I heal my tattoos in just 2 short weeks. Just keep watching. The Megan Show. Tattoo aftercare is so important when healing a tattoo because you've just invested a bunch of money into this beautiful artwork that's going to be on your body forever. So you really need to take care of it in that healing stage, which is those first 2 crucial weeks. You don't have to use expensive products to heal your tattoos properly. The first product I want to mention is Dial antibacterial soap. You can get it at any grocery store, pharmacy. It's unscented, and the reason why this is important is because you want to keep your fresh tattoo away from scented soap. So your normal shower routine, you want to kind of keep that fresh tattoo away from other type of soap. You want to maybe use a specific washcloth just with the Dial soap to gently wash that tattoo in those first few days, especially before it starts getting into the peely phase. But when it's that fresh wound, essentially, a tattoo is essentially a fresh wound. You know, you've just gotten needles slammed into your skin, scratching up your skin, and it's a fresh wound. That's why a lot of people talk about the fact that there's possibility for infection if you kind of don't take the proper steps. So you want to be gentle, gently washing, you know, just not rubbing too hard in the shower, and just making sure to get all of that soap washed away as well, and patting it dry. So the Dial soap is really important for those first few days, and even for the first 2 weeks. Healing tattoos for me, once you get to that 2-week mark, generally, that's when you get to the healed phase. Now, I have relatively smaller tattoos. I don't have like a whole back piece, long, like big sleeves or anything. So folks that have larger pieces may take longer to heal, but a lot of my tattoos are generally in the palm size or a little bit larger. So about 2 weeks is what it has taken for me in all of my tattoos. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm absolutely not a tattoo artist, just a tattoo enthusiast. I have 8 tattoos myself, so I'm just speaking from my own experience. Please listen to the advice of your tattoo artist. They will know best for healing, but I'm just telling you about my experience. Once you have washed your tattoo and pat it dry, you want to make sure it does dry completely before you put the next step on, which is lotion. I've got Eucerin lotion right here, and that is what I use for my latest tattoos. There's lots of different lotions you can use. A lot of people use Aquaphor. Again, I'm talking more affordable. Aquaphor is an affordable option. This Eucerin, similar price range. I find that the Eucerin is just a little bit less oily and sticky than an Aquaphor. So the Eucerin really sinks into the skin for me, and I had a really great experience with it when I was healing my TV tattoo just a few months ago. So again, a lot of tattoo artists have different opinions about how often you want to put lotion on, but for me, I was putting lotion on multiple times a day. You don't necessarily want your tattoo to get too dry, because then you might start to want to itch it, and then you don't want to be vigorously itching, again, a fresh tattoo. You don't want to be irritating it in any type of way. So keeping the tattoo hydrated is always the best call when healing that tattoo. So again, putting an absolutely thin layer, that's another really important tip I want to get across. When putting lotion on, you always want it to be a thin layer of lotion. You don't want to glob it on, you don't want to have it uneven, like more lotion in one spot, less on the other. Just the most even application that you can do, very thin, because again, you're going to be putting it on multiple times a day, so it's okay to just put a very thin layer. There are lots of tattoo aftercare companies that sell lots of balms, lotions, soaps, all of those sorts of things, and your tattoo artist may recommend some of those, but I just wanted to recommend these couple of more affordable options for anybody that can just get them right from the grocery store or the pharmacy, and just make sure you heal your tattoo as best as possible.
Hated me because I was kind of...
So just to go over kind of the stages of healing a tattoo, you've got the fresh tattoo. The first 1-2 days, your skin might be hurting there for a little bit, depending on where your tattoo is. I got this big heart tattoo, and I kind of bruised right in that inner arm, this tender skin. So you might be sore for the first day or 2. You just want to take it easy. Again, make sure you're paying attention to washing that tattoo gently, getting it exposed to air, and then putting lotion on when necessary. and just taking it easy those first couple of days. Then once you get into days 3 through maybe 7, the first week, you're still being gentle, you're still washing it very regularly, putting lotion very regularly, and maybe by the 1 week to 1.5 week mark, you're gonna start to get in that peely phase. So that's when you know you're really on the phase of healing, because that skin is peeling away to then show what the tattoo is going to look like. That's another point I want to make, is when your tattoo is peeling, whatever you're seeing under the peel is what your tattoo is going to look like permanently, essentially. So when you're in that peeling phase, that you also want to pay close attention and really put the lotion on often, especially if you got really tiny lines, fine line tattoos. When I got my cherub tattoo, there are so many teeny tiny lines that I wanted to really make sure that ink stuck in there. So when I was healing that tattoo, I was really making sure to pay close attention to it, watching the peeling, seeing that everything was staying as nice as it looked when the tattoo was fresh. And thankfully, because I paid close attention, I think, it healed beautifully. I didn't lose any of the ink anywhere. Now that can be, of course, attributed to my artist, how great of an application that he did, of course. But healing a tattoo is important too. The responsibility on the collector, the tattoo collector, is to make sure you do your best to heal that tattoo to make sure it looks great for many, many years to come. Another tip to mention is wearing looser clothing around your fresh tattoo. All of my tattoos are on my either arms or legs, so I have had the convenience of maybe wearing a dress when I've gotten leg tattoos so that the fabric is just loosely over that fresh tattoo. So when I get home and I'm wearing shorts, I'll roll them up so the skin is exposed to air, because you don't want, again, tight clothing over top of it to restrict that skin in any way. You want to eliminate friction as much as possible, so wearing looser clothing is a good way to go. Once your tattoo is done peeling, it's essentially healed. I'm putting that in quotes because it's still a fresh tattoo. For me, it's about the 2-week mark because, again, I have rather smaller tattoos, but it may take longer for some of you for whatever reason, a multitude of reasons. So you just want to pay close attention. But again, once that tattoo is done peeling, that is what your tattoo is going to look like pretty much. So you still want to put lotion on it past the 2-week mark. Up to 3-4 weeks, you still want to put lotion on it multiple times a day. But once your tattoo is really getting settled into the skin, you could maybe go down to putting lotion on once a day. That's the rule I go with. Every morning, I'm putting lotion on all of my tattoos when I'm getting ready for the day. So that's just something I make sure to do. And maybe when I'm going back out in the evening, I'll put lotion on them once again. Just want to keep that skin smooth, moisturized. That's just going to help with the longevity of your tattoos. I also want to point out, now that we're getting close to summer, it's extremely important to put sunscreen on your exposed tattoos. You know, your skin is getting hit with the sun, and that can affect your tattoos very much. If you are able to keep your tattoos away from the sun, that's always a good idea, because sun exposure is going to take a toll on your tattoos, especially fresh ones. So my advice is to try to keep any fresh tattoo away from the sun as long as possible. You're really going to be thankful later. I got my clown girl tattoo in the summer in June, and I think I exposed it to the sun a little too quickly, and I think I lost a little bit of vibrancy in the color. So listen to my advice, please, and just try to keep your fresh tattoos away from the sun as much as you can. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave comments down below about how you heal your tattoos, and if you have any recommendations on tattoo aftercare products. Stay tuned every Megan Monday for new videos. Thank you so much for watching The Megan Show. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.